Are you a video content creator or a live streamer utilizing the YouTube platform? Then chances are very likely you've heard of the plugin called TubeBuddy. However, is TubeBuddy all that in a bag of chips? Is this something worth looking into? Well, let's talk about it. In TubeBuddy's words, this is what they said about themselves. TubeBuddy is a free browser extension and mobile app that integrates directly into YouTube to help you run your channel with ease. And this is available for Chrome, Mozilla, Opera, I've never heard of that browser, Microsoft Edge. And it really is kind of nice because all you got to do is you just install the extension and it helps out with your YouTube channel. It's also available for Apple and Android apps, so you can actually control that from the comforts of your mobile device when you're out and about if you wish. But what is it for? That's a lot of people like, what's the deal with TubeBuddy? I don't know. It sounds like something a little bit adult-oriented, but I promise you it's not adult-oriented unless, of course, that's your thing. I won't judge. So they actually help out with what's called search engine optimization, and that means that you will say the right things in order to bring the right traffic and become more discoverable through most search engines, most importantly on YouTube, and hopefully on Google as well. But the part that I don't see enough creators highlighting is the fact that TubeBuddy saves you time. I don't know about you, but I cannot stand spending hours upon hours trying to do keyword research and search engine optimization, especially while plugins like TubeBuddy are out there that can do it for me within seconds, rather than me spending hours upon hours trying to do that. But is TubeBuddy safe? And I understand you might feel that way because you've seen some YouTube accounts out there that have been hacked before. In fact, more recently, Stevie T or Stephen Terryberry, he's got a guitar channel, had his completely hacked by some folks, and it took a lot of work for him to get that stuff back. So there's some areas that hackers are able to slip into, but it doesn't appear to be that TubeBuddy's to blame whatsoever because they're really a trustworthy company. In fact, they're a company that is YouTube certified. That means that YouTube stands behind what TubeBuddy's doing and they can trust them. Not to mention, TubeBuddy's trusted by some of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube today, including the likes of Daryl Eves, Nick Nemeth, Roberto Blake, so many more, and even us here at Live Streaming Tech who uses TubeBuddy. You're probably saying, okay, what are the features and what's this gonna cost me? And take a sigh of relief because I'm gonna fill you in on most of the details, because to be honest with you, TubeBuddy has more features in here than I can cover in a short video. So at the very end, I'm actually gonna give you a link. You can go over and you can take a look at all this stuff in your own time and kind of browse through it. But I'm gonna highlight some of these things. Let's start it out with the free plan. Everybody can get the free plan, so that's nice. I believe every channel should at least have free access to TubeBuddy just for some of these other features, which includes the Keyword Explorer. That is by far my favorite feature because you need to understand how are people searching for your type of content. If you find out how they're searching for it, then all you got to do is use those words within your metadata or within your video. Sadly, you only get the top 3 results in the free plan, but it's enough to make you slightly dangerous. And you only get about 25 searches per day. That's okay. Next up, they have all things related to tags. Now, before you start to shoot me down and say tags are worthless, I've heard so many people say, just hear me out for just 1 second here. They will cover your tag rankings, your tag sorter, and they also have a view and copy video tags. So if you see a competitor or somebody within your niche and you see a video that's crushing it, maybe you can grab those tags. Now, here's why tags are still relevant today, because within the first 24 hours, those tags are used to kind of train the YouTube algorithm to serve your video out to more people. After that first initial 24 hours, the relevancy of the tags do drop down, but they are still rather nice, especially if your channel's monetized, because one of the ways that advertisers place commercials onto your content is based on what are the keywords you're using inside your metadata, which sometimes can include the tags. The other thing that's really cool about the free feature is the fact that you can get a good idea on the best times to publish. Instead of trying to make some sense out of some tea leaves, on your dashboard in YouTube, TubeBuddy makes it simple. They say, post it this time, and this time. This is when your audience is most likely to watch your content. And I've found in most instances, they're right when I actually use the times. And last but not least is the milestones feature, which anytime you cross a milestone, maybe you get 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, or 10,000 or 100,000 and so on and so forth, you'll have those milestones, and they actually have a shareable feature that you can share it across social media. I've noticed a time or two when I have shared something about TubeBuddy through a milestone, they typically come in and cheer me on through Twitter or Facebook. So big kudos to the TubeBuddy team. And if you're the type of person that's putting out video content on the regular basis, there's a really cool feature called Pick a Winner. And essentially anybody that comments, it'll randomly grab from those comments, so then you can pick a winner. It's kind of a cool feature in my opinion. Now, what about the paid plans? Let's push forward. The Pro plan comes at a little bit more of a steeper cost at $7.20 per month, but here is the cool thing. If you have a channel that's below 1,000 subscribers, it comes at 50% off. So that's not bad. They understand that channels with a smaller following isn't gonna be able to monetize as well as somebody who's above 1,000 subscribers. So for roughly a little less than $4, this isn't too terrible if you're underneath 1,000 subscribers. Now, this comes with what's called the thumbnail generator. If you are not all that great at thumbnails, as I am, then chances are likely you're gonna want to either hire out or use a service like this. And it's actually a pretty cool little feature. It's super simple to use, and it fully integrates into your dashboard on YouTube. So you can just create the thumbnail and then post it right to the video. Now, keep in mind, it is available on the free plan. It's much more robust in the Pro plan. Okay, so this very next one is Keyword Explorer. Now, I know I kind of talked a little bit about it in the free plan, but they've kind of opened up the gate. They allow you to see so much more. There is something that's called weighted relevancy or unweighted relevancy. And now this means that how does this keyword apply to your channel? Does it make sense this keyword on this video and your channel would work? So it's going to do what's called weighted relevancy. It's going to say, okay, it's going to be good, or okay, it's not going to be good. And the unweighted relevancy means that without knowing anything or any data about your channel, this is the value of a particular keyword. How many people are searching for it? What's the competition like? Is this going to be something worthwhile in pursuing on your channel? And last but not least, on the Pro plan, you get something that's called member perks. Now, this is probably the most underrated part of TubeBuddy, and especially the Pro plan. The member perks, you are loaded up with different graphic assets, audio assets, so many different types of services at a discount that it is absolutely insane. One of my favorite features when it comes to TubeBuddy and their member perks is something that's called Audio Hero, and you can be able to get licensed music and sound effects and whatever you want to on Audio Hero that really can help elevate your videos and live streams. Okay, so there's two more plans here to go. We've got the Star plan, and that's a bit more expensive at $15.20 per month. You can essentially, you get a lot of features, but this is a cool thing. You can publish to Facebook. And as you might be aware of, Facebook is a little leery when people are putting links to YouTube from Facebook because they kind of look at them as competitors. So rather than posting your link to your YouTube video, you can always just post it straight over to Facebook and make things simple. I like this next feature. It's called Channel Backup. Now, not to be confused, it will not back up your videos, okay? The video content, that's on you to back up, but they will back up all of your metadata. So in instances, kind of like what I was mentioning with Stevie T, where he had his entire channel hacked, you've got backup, so that way when you need to reload for whatever reasons, you can get it on into there. And this is a cool one, brand alerts. If you are really curious, are people talking about me, about the products that I'm using, about other things, you just give them a keyword of some sort and they will monitor that. And in the event there's a video that's published, they will tell you about it. Last but not least, and this is my preferred plan, I've been using Legend plan for the better part of, I'd say, 2 to 3 years on my main channel of self-publishing with Dale, and more recently here on live streaming tech. It runs $39.20. I know some of you are probably closing up, but hear me out for just a second. There's a good reason, all right? As soon as you get your channel monetized and you're making enough income, this is a justifiable expense in so many other ways than what I'm just gonna mention. The very first thing is you get an auto translator and tag translators. So in the event that you want to reach more of a global audience, someone in a different language, they have this available to you through the Legend plan. The next thing is going to be search rank tracking. Now, there is some limited availability through the Star plan, but you have unlimited availability for this. If you want to see how your video performs across YouTube and Google for searches, they'll be able to tell you that. And this is by far my most favorite feature of everything on TubeBuddy, even beating out the keyword research tools. It is going to be the A/B split test. Now you're probably saying, okay, what the heck is that? As you may or may not know, on YouTube, the name of the game, of course, is watch time, and you want people to watch your videos for longer periods of time. Okay, so let's say you've got that on lockdown. The problem is there's a barrier of entry, and that includes your title and your thumbnail. If you don't get those two things locked in, then you will not get served to more people. So one of the ways is to kind of do a split test. Maybe you can test out different types of thumbnails, different types of titles, or different types of tags, or a different description altogether. I would recommend doing only one thing at a time. Don't try to do all of it at the same time, because otherwise you have no way of knowing what worked. I love the A/B split test. I have run those on a regular basis, and it always just blows my mind. Areas of opportunity that I didn't realize unless I actually used that. That is worth the price of admission alone. Hey, you can try free access right now when you go on over to livestreamingtech.com/TubeBuddy. Want to give a big shout out to the boys and gals on over there at TubeBuddy. Rob Balasabas, I see you on over there. In the meantime, there's another video right over here. Why don't you just come on over there? YouTube says you should check it out, and I'm not going to argue. I'll see you in the next video.